Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this. Everybody thinks the biggest Ponzi schemes are inside of crypto. But the biggest Ponzi scheme is at the local bank. Banks need your deposits and holdings, or else the Ponzi scheme will collapse. It's why the SEC and CFTC only go after entities that can't be manipulated or bought by the same institutions propping up $700 trillion in derivatives since 2008. You know, the derivatives market is also broken. Ripple is going after that market. Ripple sees the problems in that market and they want to bring the fix, XRP. But that's why the institutions, they always want to slow down innovative companies like Ripple and XRP. JP Morgan knew that their days were numbered. They had to slow Ripple and XRP down. They did it through corrupt politicians and a corrupt SEC. Now we are getting to the end of the Ripple versus SEC case, and the banks are now able to handle digital assets. Why? Because digital assets can solve the liquidity issues at the banks. So that's why they got green lighted now. But for the last 4 years, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, they cleaned up in this Ponzi scheme. But now the shift is happening. Everything's becoming transparent thanks to blockchain. What did I tell you? The reason we had no crypto legislation for years is because they were laundering money. Not just the US either, Iran, Russia, and God knows how many others. But for the last 4 years, we knew a lot of money laundering was going on. And they don't mention specific cryptocurrencies in this article, but I could take a guess where all that laundering was happening, through Tether. I think Tether picked up right where FTX left off, and that's why the money laundering scheme continued. But again, this is coming to an end as well. Because going forward, Trump wants everything to be transparent. They want to put the government on blockchain. You don't do that if you're planning on going forward with money laundering and fraud. That's what I want to see happen next. Once they put the US government on the blockchain, things are going to change very quick. Billionaire BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says people are saving too much money and not investing enough to retire with dignity. He calls it a silent crisis. And he's saying that people are hoarding cash. I don't agree with that. I think a lot of people are struggling and inflation is raging still. And people could barely make ends meet. That's why they're working 2 and 3 jobs. But the people that are investing in something like XRP or crypto in general, they see the inflation not coming back down anytime soon. And they're hedging against that inflation. But most people out there, they're not investing. They're living paycheck to paycheck. Look at the debt in the United States. He's not wrong, but he's not right either. He's wrong because most people are still struggling, and that's why they're not investing. I don't see people hoarding away money either. Who the hell wants to hoard away the US dollar? Ever seen $4 million move in just seconds? Watch the demo. This video is an older video clip, and now the Bitcoin maxis are saying this is AI generated. This is not AI generated. Take a watch.
Yes, yes.
Right? And so we do this thing called sound benches. We invest in tech companies. And so we found this very interesting tech company called Ripple that we're going to invest in, right?
Okay, what is Ripple?
So Ripple is basically a platform to allow people to transfer money from bank account to bank account, person to person, really securely, really simply, really quickly. Okay. So we found this company. We thought it was really, really interesting, and it runs on this stuff called XRP, which is a cryptocurrency. But basically, it's just a way to get value from here to there. Okay. So we're meeting with these folks, and they're explaining to us, the people who run it, this guy Chris Larson and a guy named Brad Garlinghouse, and they run it, and they're talking about the ethic of this company and this platform, and how they actually really care about being an ethical company and giving a portion of this platform away to people that are doing good in the world. So it was around the exact same time that I ran into you on the beach, and you told me about this amazing birthday gift that you got from Porsche, and you explained to me that if you weren't doing this, that what you would be working on is that project, right?
Yeah, I would be saving the gorillas, yes.
You would be saving the gorillas, and everybody knows about this thing. So, but you never ask anyone for anything ever. And you said, at some point, I'm gonna need some help with this. And I said, you're asking me for help. You never ask anyone for help, ever. And at the same time, you called him.
It was on your birthday. You called me on your birthday. I was like, wow, she's calling me on her birthday. Is everything okay? And you wanted to share with me this incredible story, the gift of a lifetime that Porsche gave you. And I promised you on that call that I'd be there to help you. And we are brothers, and we're here to help you.
And so we talked to Chris and Brad, and we said, there's this amazing human being. And all they ever do is think about other people they can give to. Whether it's in New Orleans, whether it's in Montecito, whether it's the people that come here, the people out there, you're always thinking about everyone else. And we wanted to show you that people are thinking about you. So, on behalf of Ripple, we'd like to give you $4 million. Now, usually people come out with the big giant check and do the big giant check thing, but we can actually transfer it into Rwandan francs right now, right here, and all we have to do is push this button that's in your account. Do you want to push it? You want me to push it?
I would like to push it. I'd like to push it real good.
Bingo.
Did you see how fast that payment went through? And that was 8 years ago. And they're saying that this is AI generated, but it was on the Ellen show. And people always said, do you think there's celebrities that hold XRP? I think Ashton Kutcher definitely holds XRP. And he knows what XRP is built to do. It's built to move money. But I wanted to show you that clip. It's like a blast from the past. But that's how great XRP is. That's what you're invested in. And this comes from Gary Cardone. He's the Bitcoin maxi with running all these polls all over X. And every time the poll, XRP gets the upper hand on Bitcoin in the poll or gets more votes, he takes the post down. Now he said he dumped his XRP position today at $2.71. I genuinely hope the XRP army gets stupid rich. I don't think you will, but my best hopium is out to each of you. For anyone wanting to understand my decision, it's very simple. My 40 years of experience has taught me certain lessons that I don't violate. Rule 1. If I can't understand the supply-demand dynamics, unless I have a serious edge, do not get involved. Rule 2. If others cannot explain it in a very understandable way and or draw it on a whiteboard, do not do it. Rule 3. Avoid people who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. Rule 4. Never confuse short-term noise with a long-term investment plan or goal. Rule 5. Great wealth is made by highly consolidated bets and investments that are made over long periods of time. Rule 6. Never follow the crowd. Never. It should be rule 1. How can you look at all the rails, all the growth Ripple has had over the last just 4 years while Biden was in the White House and they were still involved with the Ripple versus SEC case? How could you look at all that growth and not see the value in XRP? I just don't get it. But yet you look at Bitcoin that doesn't solve a real world problem, has zero utility, and you see value in it. You know why? Because they're looking at scarcity and the price. The problem is scarcity is not a use case, and it eventually gets boring to institutional investors. That's why Bitcoin will not see mass adoption, because it doesn't solve any real world problems. And that's why I stay invested in XRP. And no Bitcoin maxi ever wants to talk about this. Let's address the elephant in the room. Bitcoin is a psyop to buy time and distract people from gold until it's tokenized on blockchain, letting centralized powers reclaim control over a digitalized version of the asset. That's why they want an audit of the gold in Fort Knox. Once gold becomes tokenized and it's running on these networks, the idea of Bitcoin being digital gold, it ends. It's over. It will never again be looked at as digital gold. And it's on the verge of no longer being a store of value, because now institutions are calling XRP a good store of value. The narrative is changing, and that's why all these polls are coming out every single day. They want to keep it relevant. They fear the fact that XRP is coming for that #1 spot. And now they just leave XRP out of the polls, like you see here. Let's give this a shot. I'm not going to mention any specific alts to avoid triggering bots, but do you prefer B or other? They don't think we're real people. They still think we're bots. And look at other got 63% of the vote. Here's another one where they left XRP out. Instead, they put AVAX, Solana, and Cardano in there. And Cardano actually won this poll as well. So people see value in utility now. Retail sees value in utility. They're pivoting away from Bitcoin. And it's only a handful of Bitcoin maxis that are pushing all this hype still. Like I said, when the hype dies, Bitcoin dies. But I wanted to show you that video of Ashton Kutcher sending Ellen $4 million. And that was 8 years ago that happened. And you see how fast XRP moves money. It moves anything of value that fast. That's why you don't want to sell too soon. You're holding the future. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.